allow life to make you, because over time you see that you're worrying about, oh, this is not working, this is not this, but these are all building you for where you're going. There's so many things that I'm doing now that I feel like if I didn't go through what I went through before, I wouldn't be able to be as rugged as I am by the grace of God.
Leadership is identified by different people in different ways. Is leadership born or acquired? I would leave you to ponder on this. However, we're taking a deep dive on leadership with Amarachukwu Nwokokoro, one of the inspiring leaders in our generation. Hi, Amara.
Hello.
It's finally great to have you here on the studio. How's it going with you?
I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Okay, let's get right into it.
Okay.
What does leadership mean to you? Is it inborn or acquired?
Okay, it's definitely not inborn, because I feel like if leadership was inborn, maybe our country would be a little different. And other
Wow, that's some
let's
shade.
just get into it straight.
Okay.
because, I think it's not even only our country. It's across the board. They're all different countries. Poor leadership shows in the way, things end up flowing out. Whether it's poor countries, poor companies, and things in that sort. So I don't feel like leadership is inborn. There are people who have maybe leadership characteristics in them, right? Okay, you have people who are maybe bold speakers, or they know how to control, they know how to tell people what to do. But then not really leadership,
Exactly.
So I wouldn't say it's inborn. I would say it's something that you acquire over time, something that you train. You may have some leadership qualities,
Right.
but even then they still need to be fine-tuned.
Right. Okay, can you share a personal experience where you had to step into leadership without knowing you were going to get into it?
Oh yeah, perfect example. Church.
I feel like all of us have some story around church.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it was, I don't know. I don't remember how old I was, but I'm not sure if people calculate my age. But it was like basically, I think we had just started like our youth ministry then, and I was just trying to help. Next moment, I became the leader. I was confused. But I think over time, things like that have led up to where I am now with leading, where I learned there was different type of people you have to deal with.
Right.
That not everybody is like you, different temperaments and things in that sort. And that's something I feel like a lot of leaders don't take into consideration when leading. They're so fixed on trying to duplicate themselves, because I think that's like a really key part in leadership.
Right.
You make more of the kind of leader that you are, rather than having yes men around you, right? People are so focused on trying to duplicate that they kind of, how do you put it, like shut people down from who they actually are, because people can be leaders in their own different like characteristics and things like that.
So what I'm hearing you say is personalities also come to play when it comes to leadership.
Definitely, because there are leaders that are softer, there are leaders that are a little bit more strict, but I feel like there are core pillars when it comes to leadership, and so you can be of a different characteristic and still form those different core pillars.
Okay, so let's tone it down. How can young people start to develop skills, in leadership, and how can they position themselves to become great leaders?
I would say service first. I think a lot of leaders, especially in Africa, and I'm saying this because I feel like whenever I talk about this, people think I'm a Africa hater. I love Africa.
Right.
And I think there's reason why I'm so hard when it comes to my criticism, because a lot of us Africans, especially us Nigerians, because Kenyans don't do what Nigerians do.
Oh wow. Shout out to Kenyans.
Yeah, Kenyans, I feel like they're a little more, I'm not on your side, so don't feel like we're friends, but at least Nigerians, I feel like we need to learn how to serve. A lot of times we're very quick to want to be the person to take the shots. For example, I think I seen a post online about this girl was telling people that they should not be so quick to try to open an NGO. Why not join one and see the work? Because people think, and no offense to all the orphanage visits and pad drives, I will shade you right now, but people think NGO work is go to orphanages, give food, give Indomie box, give pad.
Festive period.
Exactly. Do Christmas. I'm not shading you, I promise. But you do go and do Christmas party for the kids in Mushi. Rest. That's not sustainable.
Right.
People think that's all it takes. So they're quick to say, I want to do an NGO.
Right.
When you can serve in a nonprofit that actually needs your help and develop that nonprofit bigger and scale higher, but we're not ready to serve. And I feel like that's the core of leadership. If you don't know how to serve, you're not a good leader.
Wow. So how do you think individuals can develop resilience?
Right.
In leadership?
No Jesus. Because,
Wow.
well, aside from that, please no Jesus. But aside from that, I think the other aspect as well too is allowing yourself to go through the process of growth. I'm learning that right now, like that it's allow life, because I don't want to make it so spiritual.
Okay.
But allow life to make you.
Okay.
The life I'm talking about is God, but I would say life, God, ungodly, the ants, right? Allow life to make you, because over time you see that you're worrying about, oh, this is not working, this is not this, but these are all building you for where you're going. There's so many things that I'm doing now that I feel like if I didn't go through what I went through before, I wouldn't be able to be as rugged as I am. But yeah, like I feel like resilience, how to build resilience comes with just enjoying the process.
Right. So you're telling us that to become a leader, you have to grow.
I mean, not exactly.
Okay.
Because I feel like
break it down.
So when I say rugged, I mean it more so in the sense of like standing on 10 on business. Basically, like I feel like people are so quick to give up. Like they're this didn't work, I'm done. There's so many other routes. Like I don't know. Okay, I'll share it.
Feel free.
So I don't know if I should because but I'll share it. So all my life, all I've known, you got 6, I'm gonna say it. Okay, all my life, all I've known is law school.
Right.
I went to school in Texas. I already and in the US, like it's not like in Nigeria how you study law in school and then you go to the bar or whatever. No, like I can study biology and go to law school in America. So, but in America, you study political science, criminal justice, whatever. Those are all law routes, right? And I study political science. I say I'm going to law school. My father, so rest in peace, has already told the whole of Mbano that I'm a lawyer. I have not gone to law school, my sister.
Wow.
And then like the Nigerian system is the way that I can't do law school here first. I have to go back, then come back again, do another 1 year. Long and short, I realized like a month ago that I don't want to go to law school anymore.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I cried. Like I wept because it was like, this is all I knew. And it wasn't even, it's not, law school is expensive, but it's not necessarily the money part. It was the aspect of, wait, I don't think I actually want to do that. So when I say rugged, or when I say, okay, how you build the process, in the sense of like, allow your life to just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, be okay with the fact that what you had in mind is probably not completely where you're going. And then be okay with rerouting and seeing that there's so many other routes to it. Because now I realize what I am now going to do is actually exactly what I want to do. And it makes more sense to where I'm going. Law just sounded good because at that time I didn't know the wording for what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help with development. I knew I wanted to make decisions for nations. But I thought the only route was law school. To give a better example, I was talking to my mentor and he was telling me so he asked me, what do you want to do? I will say it because it's very simple. I said, sir, I want to be the Minister of Education. He said, wow, and he laughed at me.
I'm laughing too.
And when he laughed, I was actually insulted. I said, this guy okay. I can't be minister. You don't understand. After we had the conversation, I realized something that he taught me something. He said, number one, your goals and dreams should not be based off of a position, which is what a lot of our leaders do.
Right.
Government, jobs, and across the board. You're just focused, I want to be the next MD. I want to be this.
Aspire to aspire.
Exactly, no. Your vision as a leader should be, what's the purpose you're trying to pursue? Oh, I want to change the education space. Is that the only route? No. I don't have to be in Minister of Education to change the education space. There's so many other routes I can take. So that's what I mean by be okay with seeing that there's so many routes you can take to building up to where you want to go. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because we've had young people selecting different routes and deciding that this is where I'm going, but it's obviously not working. And you're so fixated on it that you don't want to take any other decision. Right. But the question then is, especially for young people, we're still trying to figure life. Right. And there are different routes to it, but there's also the concern around organizations want to see you grow in a certain area, in a certain career, for them to believe that you have the expertise to be able to walk in this. So how do we address those sides? How do we create a balance so that we don't tell people, oh, you can do this, but then this seems to be the other way around?
So, for example, if we're using somebody wants to be a music director, experience in that would be interning with a music director. Experience in that would be joining a choir. Service, you know?
Right.
And like, I think that those build a track record for you, alongside with you getting other little like certificates and things like that. In general, I feel like this job market, people think it's not only Nigeria Nigeria's not the place that doesn't have a job. Everywhere. I promise you. Like, it's really hard to get to the aspect of trying to get where you want to go. That's why I'm saying, like, it sounds like aspire to prosper, but I'm telling you, allow life to grow you. Because if not, you break your head. And this life is one. Like, I'm not trying to be dark, but if you die tomorrow, you will die that you stressed. I just feel like, just enjoy your life. I mean, it's hard to enjoy your life too, because adulting is hard. They didn't tell me that sometimes I'll be broke. They didn't tell me that. But it's okay. Be broke and be happy.
Yeah. Okay, so what role does community play as it relates to leadership?
I feel like community is really important. Your friends, the church you attend, the by communities you have, like, you know, I go to this club and this association and stuff like that. They really matter. Alongside with even the events you go to, that you even start to make communities in there. Across the board, though, you have to be careful who you tell your vision in general, because even the people who mean the best for you will tell you nonsense. That's the truth. Have a community, have friends, have people that you can talk to and learn and heal from your trauma. Because a lot of people that are, go in silence, I have to build hustle hard in the dark, no lights, nobody can enter, lock the door. That don't make no sense. There's people on the world for a reason, for whichever way you believe that, God created people or whatever, there's people on the earth for a reason, for us to commune, right? So I think community is really important, because number one, in your social capital so I feel like that has been my biggest growth factor, is the fact that, I just went out the way and said hi to somebody, or I collected somebody's number. I just had conversation with people. They don't have to be your besties, which is something I used to struggle with, because I had a past of not having very good friends, and I didn't understand the definition of friendship. I was so quick. I didn't know how to let people in without labeling them friend. No,
right.
Everybody's not your friend. Some people are your associates. Some people are your high people. Some people are your connectors, and that's okay. It's not. I mean, don't use people, because that's just not cool, right? But have your social building your social capital is important. I feel like that's where the internships and the different communities you get involved with matter a lot. And then be in those communities that you actually love. Don't be there because of eye service. Don't be in communities because you feel like you need to be there. You feel like if you leave, there might be issues. Kindly leave and grow in communities that will actually make you to thrive.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I want us to speak to people who are high flyers. So I'm gonna concentrate on a demographic. Now,
Okay.
Gen Zs. Let's say, for instance, scenario, a Gen Z individual or a guy or a lady, right? And they're high flyers. They know that they have the leadership skills in them and all of those things, but they are in a workplace that they are not being allowed to thrive. How do we handle this?
When you say thrive, what do you mean exactly?
So they see opportunities to lead. They see opportunities to lead different projects.
But they don't let them.
They're not allowed to.
Because they're young.
Exactly.
As a Gen Z, but I feel like I'm towards the middle end of Gen Z. I feel like my age range of Gen Z is very awkward, because we have too many millennial friends. So that way sometimes people are confused. Are you really Gen Z? Some of my fellow Gen Z, they're a little more extreme than me. But this is what I would say. I would definitely say that, number one, don't quit. Don't go and start quitting, because I feel like that's the first thing, at least I'll speak for them, that they would do is quit. I can't do this. I'm leaving. You guys don't respect my craft and my creativity. Please rest. You'll be broke again. Don't do it. Right? But then there's a way that you can also communicate this. I think a lot of times, at least, using church as an example, because we see in churches that maybe sometimes people will say that, the older generation is not allowing the young generation to thrive. I realize that a lot of the reasons why is, one, they don't want to let go because they don't want to be left out.
Right.
And then the other part is they feel like you can't handle it. So why not prove in the sense of, prove is the wrong word. Don't prove nothing to anybody. Why not showcase your excellence so that way they can see that, oh, okay, so and so can actually lead pretty well. Why not we give her a chance? Why not in the sense of asking to help? I mean, some people are users, so some of the people in your company, if you ask them to help, they'll make you do all the work. But just try and show, and you can make it known that I did this. Oh, I did this. I should do it outside. Okay, they have this task. Don't do it for the person. Maybe say this task and be like, oh, okay, I thought of this idea. What do you think? Maybe we can add it here. This gives a sense of, oh wow, okay, she's excelling. She's trying to show us, or he is trying to show us what they can offer. And then again, there's also the aspect where when you start to do that, they'll feel like you're trying to do over sappy type of thing. You get what I'm saying? That aspect too is also there. And I think that's where you just allow yourself to, this is where the resilience comes in, where you may not like where you are, but just because you need to be there for that certain season, then be there and start planning towards where you're going next. But
amazing. So I would love us to round off, but as we're rounding off, can we speak to, let's say for instance, you're in an environment where things are not going right.
Okay.
And you know you need to speak up, but you're not sure how to speak up, right? Because there's certain constraints around it and you're not even clear on how you want to define it or how you even want to voice the concern out. What should we do?
I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this because I've been told that I cause a lot of issues and drama, but I will try my best because the Lord is working on me. So what I would advise now, maybe before I would have told you scatter the floor and say what you want to say, but don't do that. That's not wise. So applying wisdom in those kind of situations is very key. So the fact of the matter that you need to, okay, analyze the situation. What can you say? And there's a way that you can say things to communicate them well. If you're in the inside group, let's say it's a community and you're in the inside of that community in the sense of like the small corner or the core of the team and stuff, then why don't you speak to the people within that small team rather than bringing it out maybe to everybody or online. Don't do that. You know, speaking to those inner corners and trying to voice your opinion there. If it's not heard, you have two decisions. You either bring it out to their boss, because everybody has a boss. You bring it out to their boss or you leave. That's just it. I think because when we start dragging things online, when we start dragging things all those other places, there's a time for that actually. I mean, we've seen that in 2020. It wasn't even only Nigeria with NSARS. It was across Africa. Even in America with Black Lives Matter, people were speaking up. So there's a time for this speaking up. But even then, there's a way to speak up that is communicated well and people actually get what you're saying without feeling attacked. So that's what I would say.
Okay, so earlier you had spoken about leadership not being about position. So what exactly should we focus on when it comes to leadership?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think when it comes to leadership, we should focus more so on the goal in mind. Because then you would see that maybe you don't even need a position itself. You just need to be a part of the team. It's so nice to, and I guess I'm speaking from a leader perspective, it's actually really nice to have a team of people who get your vision and can run with it. Like, it's beautiful, you know? So I think having a purpose in mind is better than having a position in mind, because position is actually a lot of work. It's not honestly, I don't know why people like stress. I've been running for position.
But it comes with the money too, though.
Not all the time. Sometimes you are doing you're the head of media department in your church and they're not paying you, not telling you stressing yourself because you want to be leader. Go and sit down. Oh my God. Go and sit down. Just try, and if you're imagine if you're able to run with somebody's vision. I think it's also people, and there's nothing wrong with wanting praise. I think it's just our nature as humans. Yeah, I want somebody to affirm me and make me feel but you can do that in your own right in the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Share an experience with us where being a leader was frustrating.
So I think I would say now, as a being I would use, okay, let me not use that in case they watch it, they'll say damn, frustrated by them. I love you guys. But I would say for my business. So no, let me be honest. So for my organization, being a leader is frustrating because one, we're in a awkward stage where it's growing and scaling at the same time, which some people would, cancel and say that's not a good idea. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, so please don't stress me. But yeah, growing and scaling. So where we're trying to grow our team and then scale to more countries. So I feel it's frustrating because you're trying to sell or trying to build the vision in the people that you're moving with, because not all of them exactly know how to run with the vision. So it's frustrating because it's almost like, okay, you're trying to build, then you're also trying to find funding, you're also trying to get partners, you're just trying to do a whole bunch of different things, and it can be very frustrating. Passion is not enough. I thought it was. Passion is a key part, but it's actually not enough. Like, you need so much more than just passion to move what you want to do forward. But yeah.
Okay, as we round up, I would like you to tie it into two things: volunteering and your last words for you.
Okay, I should talk about volunteering, right? Yes, volunteering. I believe volunteering is a major key. A lot of people, they think I'm just promoting. Oh, you think everybody wants to? Money is wonderful. I'm telling you guys, but it's actually, money is money. Like, I'm not. I don't know. Volunteering is really key. I feel like it's when I say a major key, it's wonderful. I feel like because when you have like a paid opportunity, for example, I'm not saying don't get paid, please get paid. But I'm saying it more so in the sense of like, when there's a paid opportunity, there's always like these, there's a little bit of pressure that comes with paid opportunities where you need to meet a certain thing ASAP. If you don't meet it, just get out, right? Targets. But with volunteering, it actually gives you the opportunity to grow. And also volunteering, that's not also in disguise of you wanting to take over the organization. Because there's a volunteer where it's like, oh yeah, I just want to be here for the experience, and you do subpar work for experience. That's trash. I feel like there's a level to volunteering too. Personally, for me, from our organization, we're trying to refine the model where we don't just want you to volunteer because you want something on your what do you call it, resume. Do you have experience in volunteering? If you don't, what exact skills other than this do you have that can assure us that you're going to be a good volunteer? I don't just want anybody that will just come and, I'm trying to help your life. Baby girl, baby boy, you're not helping me. You're not helping me by being here and stressing, but you're stressing me, right? So I don't know. I feel like, I do know. When it comes to volunteering is a key. Volunteering is something that we should all be definitely doing, because when you're there, it gives you the ability to grow. But what I would say in general, like you were saying for last words, is, I think I'll just reference what I said before about the fact of allowing allowing life to grow you. Allow your life to just play out the way it needs to, because a lot of times we're so strict on the certain deadlines, so strict on the way that, things are not working out exactly in the timelines I want, when they're actually going to work out. They just need you to be grown a little bit to be able to fit into where you're praying for, where you're hoping to be. Just allow life to grow you.
Amazing. And you guys have heard it from her. Allow life grow you. I hope you enjoyed this session, and we look forward to having the next one with you. Bye for now.